Alright, let's see what we got here today. We got a ratchet, a jigsaw, 2767 impact gun, and sander. What are we gonna do today? Let's get going with the sander. We got the orbital sander here. Let's open this guy up. Alright, so we got the Milwaukee sander. What's the model number? 2648-20. Let's open this guy up. So, we got this. Sanding pads. So it's a 5-inch sanding pad. You can get these pads from Home Depot. Home Depot carries the sanding pads. This is an 80 grit. It is a 5-inch pad. Yes, it's a 5-inch pad. So this does not come with batteries. Okay. Oh, these must be the oh, this is the dust catcher. Dust yeah, this is for the catching dust. It's kind of interesting shape. So that's that. All right, quick little review of our Milwaukee orbital sander. As you can see, we've been sanding here. It's done a pretty good job. Just like any sander I expected, it works good. One thing to comment on is the battery life isn't as great. The battery life is good. I was using the 1.5 amp battery. It lasted maybe 10 minutes, but I had it on the high setting. I had it on 6, but when I switched over to the 2 amp battery and I put it on the 1, it lasts much longer, probably 20 minutes. One good thing I like about it is when it runs out of battery and you have it on the on switch, when you plug the next battery back into it, it doesn't just turn on, it stays off until you turn the switch off and on back again. Yeah, it's working great, just as expected. Milwaukee. The only thing I would think is if this was actually a brushless unit, it might last a little, probably run a little bit better. But heat-wise is fine. It's just the battery life. Incidentally, I dropped the sander, and the catch fell open. This is the dust catcher. Look at it. It's full of all that dust. That's pretty cool. Very good. It's working very well. Okay, so I've figured out what these extra attachments are. This is actually an extension for if you had a bigger battery. We're only using the 2 amp here, so we don't need this extension. But with the extra bigger battery, we would need this extension. And then this other piece is actually a hose attachment for a vacuum. So if you were to plug this in and use this, you can plug this up to a vacuum. That's what it's for. The Milwaukee sander, at the price of $100, it was a good unit for the purpose. The battery life was decent. At the higher setting, it only lasted between 5 to 10 minutes, a little less than 10 minutes. But at the lower setting, it lasted about 20 minutes on a 2 amp battery, which is fairly decent. If it would have been nice to compare it with a fuel unit to see if the battery life difference, but overall it was a good sander for my purpose. For those who wonder, I'm not biased towards Milwaukee products. It's just that I have other Milwaukee products as well, so it only makes sense to continue using the Milwaukee brand and battery system.